I'm going to be playing about with the C++ today. So we'll just make a new project. Think about a few things, what we're doing. Other than the software not responding, of course. Seems to happen a lot. It's taking its time. Whilst it's taking its time, let's minimize that and have a look at what else I want to do. Ideally, what I want to do is set up like GLFW and the OpenGL extension wrangler, GLEW. These are going to be some libraries what I have to pretty much just import into my C++ project once it decides to respond. While it's doing that, I might as well actually be downloading things. Oh, hang on, we have something. I'll just make an empty project. Call it game. Anything. Okay. Doesn't have to be a game. It's just that's what most people seem to make in these sort of things. Now that's still doing its thing. So what I want to do is I'm going to minimize that a bit. Well, there we go. And what I want to do is I'm going to grab the 32-bit Windows binaries and the 32-bit and 64-bit binaries of OpenGL extension wrangler as well. So we've got the GLFW and the OpenGL extension wrangler, GLEW. I have actually already downloaded these anyway. I was just sort of going through the process. So what I will do is I'll have a YouTube video of this up on my DecaDoesStreams channel, and what I will do is I'll have links to this at the bottom of the video. So that way anyone who wants to, they can sort of follow along and have a little mess with it. Let's have a look. I'm going to remember where I put the stuff. Just pop it into my C drive on the I'll open the folder. I've made one called something, I think CPP stream or something like that. There we go. Right, I'm going to literally put some dependencies in here for the moment, just so we've got them. I'll make a new folder. Call it dependencies. Inside there, I want to pop my or make a GLFW folder and grab my downloaded GLFW files. The ones what I want is the lib and include, so I'll just make a new folder called lib for the library files. I'm going to probably be using static libraries, but either or, it's fine. Let's copy that over to the lib folder. I've just literally copied the glfw3.lib. That's fine. I can statically link that, it's okay. Now we also want to make an include folder. And inside that, make another folder called GLFW. That's the actual structure of it in the download. And I'm going to grab the GLFW3 and GLFW3 native.h. And that'll do for the GLFW. Now back in my actual project, I'm going to right click on the actual project itself. Actually, before I do that, sorry, I'm just going a bit more. Where are we? Open folder in File Explorer. So now we've got the actual game. Now, in its actual so in its solution directory rather than its project directory, I'm gonna let's look over. I'm going to make a, there we go. I'm gonna grab this and literally grab the dependencies and pop it in there. Just copy it over. So now that we've got dependencies, GLFW, and the includes and stuff. Now I'm going to actually edit the properties of this. So a couple of things I want to do. I want to make sure that I'm doing all configurations. I'm going to have a little play with the output directory and stuff like that as well at some point on my intermediate, so I don't like it just randomly there, if you know me. Let's have a look. Check my intermediates. I want in my solution directory into intermediates folder. Let's go play with this. So basically, solution let's check my macros as well, so I can kind of. So it's going to be in the solution directory. Probably going to just call that intermediates. Platform. I might not need a trailing backslash for this to be fair. Configuration. Intermediates. Not intermediates, we have. Intermediates. I don't know whether it likes a trailing slash or not, so I'll leave it as it is for the moment. Sorry. You may have a moan at me about no trailing slash at the moment, so I'll find that out in a minute. Output directory, I want to about this a little bit. See, at the moment it's just in the solution directory, which is okay. In fact, I'll leave it at that, I think. I don't know. Might actually put it in project directory for the actual exe. Well, that would be the exe for that one. So, okay, it's there in the debug folder. I might just want to do platform. It's not platform, not doing it. Macros. It is still a platform. That's a bit strange. To /debug. Oops, not there. Typos galore today, no? Okay. To debug. That's fine. There's configuration there. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So we've got our intermediates and solution directory. That's kind of basic, but let's keep it at that. Let's apply that for the moment. Now, in my VCC directory, I want to add some include directory. So edit. What we're going to do is we're going to add a new directory and select that for a moment. Now let's do some macros to get to there. Now we want solution directory. Let's close that off, please. So we want $. Now I'm doing this with macros so that if I pop it on a different computer, it will have it as a relative path rather than actually giving it an absolute path. So solution dir, where was it? Dependencies. I can just probably copy and paste this to be fair. Just grabbing a copy of the actual directory and give that a go. So now it's in there, and that's the include folder. So I've kept it to the solution directory in a dependencies folder in GLFW called include. So now we have the GLFW include there. So a couple of things can be done now. If I apply this and OK it, now let's make a new class. Let's just call it not my main game .cpp. Okay, so now we're in this. We're going to try and include. Right, so now it knows where that is. Now it doesn't mean it will compile or link or do anything, it just knows where it is. In fact, I'm going to copy off the copy directly off the GLEW website. Where are we? Let's move these out of the way for a moment. I'm sure on here we've got the documentation. Example code, here we go. So I did that, we've made a main. We've got to instantiate, well, we've got to create a GLFW window. So let's go do that. Let's move this over to the left a bit so I can see both things. I'm literally just going to follow the documentation with this one. So if I literally make it int main, and then GLFW window pointer called window. See, I can just copy and paste this, by the way. I'm just showing that it does highlight it and it knows it because it's got that. Now if I do that, it doesn't know what it is. So we have the includes definitely working from that basically. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to literally copy and paste this because this will create a GLFW window and do all of it. That's what it needs to. I'm going to change this around a little bit. I know it's implicitly saying void, but it's already inferred based on it not having anything in there, so I'm going to do that. And I'll change the title of the window to say game. And instead of 640 by 480, we'll make it 800 by 600 just as a. So basically, it's creating the window, giving it a size, and giving it a name and stuff. Then what it's doing is, if the window wasn't able to be created, it's going to just terminate and return -1. Then this is making the window the current context of what we're dealing with, and it's starting their main game mode. So I'm going to just label that. That's rendering and clearing it with a certain colour. I'll have to look on the GL. In fact, I've got a documents website for OpenGL. Just got to find that thing. But I've closed it now. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just open it again. Literally in a new tab here. Docs.gl. Now this one's got like all of the API documentation for all the different OpenGL methods. GL3 color. So basically this documentation thing's got literally all the different things. So if you want to know what GL Clear actually does, you can literally open it up and just do that, and it'll literally give you the whole specification, what it does, what each of the components are, and everything. One sec, I'll just grab a coffee. Right, it also gives you pointers to different tutorials like a textured cube. So you can literally go and take a look at different tutorials. If you go basic tutorials, opening a window. So you literally have exactly what you need to open that window and how to set it and stuff. This is using CMake and stuff like that. There we go. And that's created a window of their one. Now obviously we're going to have a little play about and do different things. Let's explain about code blocks and all that. That's quite nice. Website might actually follow some of these things. The first triangle, I quite like the idea of that. Making vertex array objects, giving it screen coordinates, explaining the screen coordinate system. I quite like that. That's nice. Might actually make a tutorial based upon all these tutorials on YouTube. Actually, the first time I ever saw this website, by the way, it was quite nice. Definitely a place to go. Right, so we've got this, but what will happen now is we're going to have a bit of a problem. If I just literally, if you only add the includes directory, we've got a slight problem when we actually try and do stuff. So first I'm just going to literally build the solution, and you'll see now. We've got this one about the intermediates directory, like I said, it may do, so I'll have to change that. And it failed to compile. And the reason was it was a linking error. It couldn't resolve where these actual things are. We've got the general headers, which gives us slightly general declarations, but the definition of the actual stuff doesn't exist as far as it's concerned, because the linker doesn't know where to put things or where to grab things from. So my next step will be literally grabbing the GLFW lib folder, which we've put on, and popping that into the properties and stuff. So I'll be under linker, on the linker input we can tell it what library we want, so I'm going to edit that. Now the library what we want was it GLFW3.lib or something like that. I'm going to double check because I can't remember which one we had. GLFW3.lib, yeah. There's a few things we do need to deal with, but I'll go through them as we go. So that's now the file, but we still need the folder to be on there. We can go in here and you see include directory, reference directories, library extend, source directories. Okay, we've got a library directories here, so I can literally add it here. There's a few different places you can add it, but I'm just going to add it here for now since I'm already in it. So again, we want the macros up, and we're going to do a solution directory. Solution dir. Now that we're in the solution, we want dependencies. Then we want GLFW and lib. Okay. So now that I've applied that, and now if we build, should get a bit further with this. Still failed. One unresolved external. Why is there one unresolved external? Right, somebody's knocking at the door. I'm just going to be back in a second. Sorry about that. Right, where was we? So it's actually moaning about another. Okay, there's something different. One unresolved external. Oh la la, conflicts with the other libraries. That's only a warning. But it's a bit weird. Let's do build claim first. I think I might have needed to put what's in here actually. I've just realised. Let's just do this. Properties. And in the linker input, I missed something here. Yep. I think it might be OpenGL. I think it might have a 32, but let's just use that. So something like that. We'll have to look at the documentation. If not, let's do a rebuild of that now. Still getting a warning about the intermediate thing, and we succeeded. So yeah, I was missing the OpenGL 32. I'd say about 8% of the time I do miss that out, to be honest. I have to go back and grab it. It's simple, normal thing that should be there, but right, okay. I'm still going to want to get rid of a few of these things. This conflict is it's just because there's a MSVCRT library already there. I'm not going to clean that up right now. What I am going to do is my intermediates folder, because that's just going to get on my nerves. So if I go back to my directories, that includes general. There we go. So on the intermediates thing, all I've got to do is literally add a trailing backslash. Apply that. That should fix the intermediates problem. So that's that. Now the conflicts thing, I think that's in the preprocessor part. But I'll think about that in a bit. Well, we could just go through it. Right. Modify library, ignore libraries. Find this development environment, click settings, project menu, click the link tab and click import in the category box. Equal that. Okay, so let's go through that. Properties, linker, input. Ignore specific default libraries, I guess. Let's look, what one was it? It was MSVC something. MSVCRT, I think. See if that does it. Like that. Okay. Now I'm going to build it again. See what we have. Might still know about something, but we'll work our way through it. Game, bank, no errors, no warnings. We're all good. So that was following the MSDN documentation. I'm sure I'll do that in a different way. I'm sure I'll put literally that somewhere in a preprocessor usually. But that's a nice clean way of doing it. I quite like that. So you can just add loads and loads of them to there. That's nice. So we have a full succeeded build, but now if we go and do this, watch what happens. Okay, that's working. It must automatically presume it's what do you call static, or is that glue static? Yeah, I'm thinking of another library now. But yeah, so now we have a working physical OpenGL window here that just clears black. So that's fine. So we now technically have GLFW installed, which means we can use like intermediate mode and create stuff like triangles and stuff like that, and quads. But I don't particularly want to be using just intermediate mode. That's a bit insane. Well, it's one of those do. So this is why we have this OpenGL extension wrangler. This is basically, it's got lots of pointers into all of the OpenGL or the modern OpenGL different methods and stuff that we can use. It's like function pointers and stuff. So what I'm going to do is in my dependencies, I'm going to actually shove the actual glue stuff as well. So now if we go to my dependencies in here, this is the actual repo for this. I'm going to make a new folder called glue, GL extension wrangler. Then I'm going to make a include in the lib folder. Basically rinse and repeat as to what we did